I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
So there was a video the real life fake wizard came out with. This is why I tuned into him. And what's ended up happening like 2 years ago, I'll tell you about my journey. A new chapter in my life, a journey. I'm an Aquarius. So my spidey senses were tingling 2-3 years ago where there was smoke, man. There's some fuckery going on in the video game nerd community industry. And I'm busy with economics and the dating sex market, sex war shit going on. But there was stuff going on. I did some videos because I found it very interesting because I thought this was one of the most forward battles in the culture war where a lot of young people, even former Democrats were in creatives and, nerds, bigger nerds than me in the industry were like, dude, the fucking woke leftists are infiltrating that we are making woke crap. And they were sounding the alarms early. Even to this day, I'm like, do you know Critical Drinker? Do you know Valiant Renegade? Do you guys listen? And people are like, no. I'm like, have you heard about Kathleen Kennedy? No. So normies are largely unaware of this war, this battle that was going on, but it was very real and it was one of the most forward ones. And they had some of the most predictive value. Like, this shit is going to go down. This is going to happen. And it went down exactly as they predicted it would happen. And I was fascinated for a while there. All I was consuming was, what's the guy in New York? It's a Gundam, Critical Drinker. And then it blew up. A ton of people were covering all these things because there were so many things coming at them, so many releases, so many fraudulent, scammy, taxpayer-funded shit like Sweet Baby Inc. and whatever the Norwegian government was paying for Dustborn, a video game that hates white people. Look it up. I'm not even exaggerating in the slight. So a lot had to be covered. Well, they exposed them. The real journalists there was the old guard of video game journalists that would just shill woke shit product. And then there were the people who were actual gamers and interested in good video games saying, no, you're lying. And not only are these games horrible games in terms of quality, but it's political propaganda. And oh my God, look at where all the money is going. Even government money in some cases. They did a great job exposing it. But what ended up happening is what you would predict happen is when you make crap products and political propaganda and try and pass it on as a private sector, as anything else than political propaganda, like a private sector good or service, people stop buying it. And it kind of ended. The games journalist industry, there was such a thing. All those established people are gone. They're nobodies. I mean, they're still around. They still got they don't even have their websites anymore. They've been fully replaced by the real men and women like Vera Dark, Critical Drinker, the real life fake wizard, Valiant Ren, all these other people you guys don't know. They are the ones reporting the facts in the news. And not only did they fully dethrone the corrupt, lying, bought and paid for shills and whores, they exposed, and now they're gone. It's all gone. And then the media, when it came out, now Disney's lost what? They're $700 million in a hole this year with the movies. A bunch of studios are closing down. They're starting to find stuff that starts to push fraud and embezzlement, especially with these consulting contracts. And, well, the government approved it, so it's taxpayer money. Going like, okay, fine. But the real life fake wizard, he had a great point, because for the past 2 years in the backdrop and now coming to a crescendo, there was Shit Brown and the Seven Portlanders, or otherwise Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the real life remake. And his point was, when it came out, it flopped, obviously, because it's surprise. It's also a horrible movie on top of it. He asked, as he always says, what are we doing here? Why are we, what was the point? What was the cause? That's why I like, he's a little more ponderous. And he says, so what? What did we do? The movie came out and it sucked. And so how much time did we spend on it getting frustrated and angry and seething? And then he also pointed out how many channels and videos that may have originally started out like, hey, there's this bullshit going on here, fire alarm here, like actually reporting on stuff, to just the latest clickbait: Disney bankrupt, destroyed, shamed, sham, scam. And as an economist, I'm kind of like, yeah, how much time did everyone, like, communally, we all knew it was going to be shit. We know the racket now. We've exposed the machine. Everyone knows Disney and the video game industry and Hollywood in general. It's just like it's, people have reached apathy now. No one's going to go see a movie. It's kind of like the war's over. We beat the Japanese. We won. Except it's not perfectly analogous to a World War II analogy. It's just that they've been exposed, and you know what it's really like? It's like Indiana Jones. If Indy just stayed home that day, the Germans would have taken care of themselves, right? The whole thing would have resolved. The Raiders of the Lost Ark, I mean. They would have opened the Ark, everyone would have been dead, and Indy wouldn't have gotten the crap kicked out of him the entire, although he wouldn't have ran into his ex-love affair. And I'm not saying that if people laid around did nothing. It's the classic case of, okay, we fought a war. The war is over. We won. It's time to go home. And I've talked about that before, where, World War II came to a close. We defeated Germany. We defeated Japan. And you know what we did afterwards? We went home. Yeah, we left some occupying forces and some, some stations behind. But for the most part, everyone went home because we got lives. I think the point that the real life fake wizard was making is that in all these different wars, whether it's the culture war, I'd say the media war as well. Oh my God, CNN is saying CNN things. Worthless, idiotic 2000 Twitter subscriber, 24-year-old bimbo says, want more money, girls oppressed on CNBC. It's over. We won. Now, I'm not saying you don't keep fighting a little bit. I'm not saying you don't keep tabs on it. But you leave an occupying force and everyone goes home, back to your lives, citizens. I get to stick around because I've been here a while. It has become my career, my profession. All I ever want to do was either be a nuclear engineer or an economist, one of the two, and nothing. It's not going to be either. So I'm not saying, we don't keep tabs on them, like Valiant Renegade shouldn't keep tabs on Disney, or Critical Drinker should stop doing reviews, or that I should stay on the latest and greatest of whatever dumbass horse shit comes out of the sex war world now. But it went from what I would consider pure authentic journalism to now a money-making grift, like shock, horror, OMG. And even I'm okay with a little bit of it. It's become kind of tabloidy. And all now you're doing is wasting your time, especially when it's like, oh my God, this thing may have happened. And you click on it, it isn't actual real news. He's right. Whether you're the sex war, the culture war, the media war, whatever, and it's not so much a content creator, but if you're consuming it, maybe it's time to go home. Because what else are we going to do? In other words, it's not a perfect analogy, like where we've won and we've set things back to traditional ways. Disney's still going to make shit movies. The video games coming out are still going to be garbage and trash. The CNN and whatever, NBC, they're all going to be woke horse shit. It's all going to be leftist propaganda. Academia is going to be the same thing, but we've exposed it now. It's up to the American people whether they want to keep going to college, listening to whatever Anderson Cooper bot says. Do you want to go to another Disney? Apparently not. People are kind of waking up very clearly on that front. But we're done. All we got to do now is maintain it. Just station some troops in Berlin, have ourselves a little base on Okinawa. But the oh my God, did you know random taxpayer financed, subsidized by charity, shit piss video game nobody's ever heard of studio in Canada, in Montreal, came up with another shit piss video game? Like, yeah, that's what they do. And now I might be able to, not time to move on. And the same thing, I did a video a couple bits ago about men are not falling behind women, which we aren't. Now, if you look at it objectively, I know, especially when it comes to sex, you might have an emotional or biological, instinctual, investment or grudge in being rejected by the opposite sex. That's natural, but it's not healthy long term. Like how many videos of girls crying, I can't find a man, where's the chivalry? How many of those videos do you need to watch? We won. A lot of men, and rightfully so, are like, okay, it's like the process of grieving. There's a loss. What are the stages? Disbelief, negotiation, rage and anger, and then acceptance. I think we've been making some tremendous progress in the acceptance stage. And as there's always younger people being born and becoming of age, you're always going to have people coming into that process. But I think, especially many thanks to the internet, we've kind of clearly seen what's been happening. Many thanks to people in social media and content creators, or dare I say philosophers, like this is what's happening. And now large percentage of the population is informed, and now no one's being hoodwinked or screwed over by these people anymore. And if they are, well, that's on you, guys. If you're going to go see a Disney movie, that's on you. If you're going to go to college for bullshit, that's on you. If you're going to get married in this country, that's on you. And for everyone listening, yeah, it was fun. It was fun consuming all this stuff. And right, go ahead, tune in, everyone. Who doesn't like a good old Legion of Men video, right? Who doesn't like the occasional Taylor the Fiend? Or who doesn't like a good old, who's a good one that I enjoy? Yellow Flash. And Yellow Flash he stays up on top of, he's more of an updated journalist type of channel. I'm not saying don't get your digs. Like, let's tune into this. Like the latest, like every time a movie comes out for Disney, yeah, what are the box office receipts? What are your budgets? Okay, yeah, fuck you. Oh, there's a little smile. Oh my God. Chelsea Handler. Let's check in on Chelsea Handler. America's Freak Show. Girl boss, feminist spinster freak show. Let's look at her. Oh, that's funny. She's still miserable. But man, I want to make it your life. I get on, move on. Go do other things. Go get in some exercise. Go outside and play. Summer's come up. Go do some road biking, motorcycling, traveling. Go climb a mountain. Go get a sport. We have adequately warned everyone, especially ourselves, like, oh, this is what's happening. These people aren't going to really be able to do much more damage. They're going to try. But we don't have to use that now as our main form of entertainment. Certainly not to the level of getting up to this update, up to that. Really, it's just, another Disney movie came out and it was shit. No kidding, right? It's not going to be new. The new Star Wars, whatever it is that's going to come out, is going to be Kathleen Kennedy shit. The new video game that EA comes out with is going to be Marxist girl boss horse shit. Even I got myself caught. I had hope. There was a cartoon called Devil May Cry. It's out on Netflix. And I was like, that looks pretty good. And then I find out, oh yeah, it's a political statement against the U.S. war on terror. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm not watching it. I'm not. I'm glad someone reported it. Like, yeah, this is going to have political messages in U.S. bad. Fuck you. I'm sick and tired of the U.S. being bad. How about the world go fuck itself right now? You know what the U.S. should do? We should become as bad as you accuse us of. That'll be some fucked up shit. Then you can really start. Then you could go ahead and start making movies about that. Oh my God. Could you imagine if the US became as bad as the world claimed we were? Holy shit. There wouldn't be a world. It'd be like there's the US and a bunch of other scorched continents. But I don't have to. I don't have to listen. I'm leaving. Apathy should be setting in, and we should be saying this is no longer a tenable situation. Everyone knows it's not requiring our presence here. It doesn't deserve my attention, let alone my emotions or energy or feelings or investment. My emotional investment is not going to rile me up anymore. I'm going to go and I'm not going to watch the 5th video telling me that Snow White bombed at the box office. Got it. I'm not going to watch the 18th video of girls to TikTok crying like, oh my God, and I'm not going to watch Anderson Cooper say bot Cooper things that, yes, Democrat talking, but I'm not, no, I'm out. I'm going to go do something else. And I've already been, I'm one of the more leave the world alone, fuck it, and go out and do things. But for everyone else as well, we won. It's time to go home. Keep an eye on them, right? They're not going away. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to learn to code or become doctors or cops or anything. They're going to still do that. But just keep a tab on it every once in a while. But otherwise, man. How much can you dance on the grave of Kathleen Kennedy? How much can you dance on the grave of another flop movie or video game? What's really going to suck is when you don't care anymore for those people. Kind of the same thing with the girls. Girls are crying. Like, really, like the media is so slow. Was it Megyn Kelly? Now Megyn Kelly comes to the party. Now Sergeant Powell shows up to Nakatomi Plaza. And just as dumb as Powell, there's Megyn Kelly. Oh my God, that maybe men are that talked to us in that was 2015. We're on. We're moving on to the Rhine, gentlemen. And so it was fun, but now it's time to go live our life. It's time for the soldiers to go home. And we did a hell of a job. So I linked to Real Life Fake Wizard down below. I also have a link to my latest book. Zero World Problems. What do we go on to here? And I didn't time it this way. It just happens to be. I got a checklist of all standards of living right here. It's in the back. There's your whole list of everything you can pursue. You're looking for something productive. I'm not saying don't. Look, Kathleen Kennedy comes out with another fucking Ray movie or some dumb shit, right? Yeah, go get your sugar. Go get your red meat. Some girl bought, and she gets divorced or whatever. Yeah, go get you a little bit of meat. But you should be spending hours on this shit. Go clean your garage. Go work up a down payment for a house. Go organize your digital files. I mean, you can listen to this stuff while you're doing that too. Just don't sit there and listen. I mean, I'll grant you this. I'll give you this. All right, you want your sugar, you want your red meat, you want your gossip, you want your tabloids. You can listen to these headphones right here. You can listen to these, right? And then go to the gym and listen to it. But I would at least not get emotionally invested in it anymore. It's over. They lost. We won. All right, let's go to the super chats real quick. Magnum Opus, $5. No, the war ends when women get everything they want. The new war starts. The search for what's beyond war. You're not wrong with Rhinestone's famous quote, what do women want? They want more. And where is it? Is it chapter 6? Just bear with me. No, maybe it's the one before it. There's a subchapter called Sounds Like a Them Problem. That epitomizes my point, Magnum. Oh my God. Megyn Kelly, go look it up. It's on Twitter. Oh my God, crisis, da, 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 da. Sounds like a you problem. Oh my God, this thing happened on the subway and no man rose to protect her. Sounds like a you problem. Oh my God, they're coming out with another woke girl boss thing that's going to cost the studio $500 million. Sounds like a them problem. Oh my God, and soon they're going to realize no one gives a fuck anymore. Like, okay, I could keep making your shit go make another. I don't care. You know, I'm tempted to watch Creature Commandos. I'm afraid there's going to be political bullshit in that too. I'll look it up and like, I'm not even going to get upset. Like, oh, that's just another one went that way. All right, really kind of was curious about Creature Commandos, but you know what? There's a hike to go do. There's shit to go do. There's Pistol Whip to play on the old Oculus Quest. There's so much else to do. There's a house to build. There's land to till. There's a retaining wall to put in. Literally anything else than keeping up on the greatest gossip, even if it is my enemies who are suffering. I don't care. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, the marriage rate went down. The birth rate is declining. What do we do? I don't know. Get Professor Fuckwitz again in here. Oh, by the way, you love you're saying that guy was Scott Galloway. Scott Galloway was not the guy. Scott Galloway seems to be pretty based. This is a British dude at the GBC. Wouldn't it be nice? Imagine how much energy and time, and it's my job. I get in a foul mood. I do. It's not enjoyable. Man, like when I was just hiking in Arizona, not really doing it. Oh, I was in a way better mood. Way better mood. It has an effect on you. We won. It's over. We paid our price. The leftist, American hating, man hating, Democrat warmongers, it's done. And if they want to keep making shit and trash, they're only hurting themselves. Girls we just didn't girl boss hard enough. Fine. Go get yourself a third master's degree. This is not our concern. Oh, look, a small little lake I haven't fished in yet. Magnum Opus, $10 again. I can only watch so much, even when it comes to content I enjoy. Yeah, and there's just natural novelty, the law of diminishing returns. You know, you can only eat so many donuts before you're sick of them. Everyone's consistently pushing you to be in a constant state of emotions, anger, rage, fear on a 24/7 cycle. No thanks. Yeah, Fox News, News Center, Newsmax, I believe it is, happens on the right too. Even Facebook and Twitter, they know. Even YouTube. All it does is semi-conservative shit. I don't want conservative shit all the time. But how about this? Something fun or I don't know, something different. According to Twitter and Facebook, the world's just blowing up right now. I'm sure on the leftist side of things, it's the same thing. They're just getting, oh, the right did this. And then you find out it's like 13% true. Make it doc, $2. I'm going home. Leaves car in traffic jam. Yep. 5 and 4K3 dork, $2. The best weapon isn't anger, it's apathy. Exactly. Exactly. It starts off, we care about each other. Then it goes into one doesn't care about the other. Then it goes to that other group of people like, well, why don't you care? And then there's this way too long negotiation. Oh my God, what's wrong? And I can't believe they're doing it. Don't you realize you're trying to reason and rationalize with them? Then there's the realization that they're whatever, evil, intellectually dishonest, doing it on purpose, malicious, however you want to describe it, conscious, maybe not evil, but they're doing it on purpose. And the facade is now done. Then there's like a last bit. Then there's the investigation and highlighting the evidence. Then there's the information everybody knows and they realize it. And then fuck it, we're gone. Goodbye. I think the worst thing for women in the sex war is when men found out that they didn't care. That this was all hubbub. Oh my God, I can't find this. That they realized that the premise of, yes, we want to get men, we want to find men, until you kept asking them out or swiped right or whatever. And you realize empirically that was all bullshit. It's just theater for these people. They never had it. And then people are like, oh, fuck it. The war can't be won. The way to win is to walk away, is to not play. And that you're seeing a ton of people exiting the wars, whether it's cultural, media, online, or the sex war. We're all walking away because we are not wasting our time. We got shit to do. Magnum Opus again, $20. Hey man, you you're tossing money into your 401k too, right? I hope. 20 generous dollars. I think the best way for men to truly experience peak living is to just live exclusively in the real world. The amount of seconds to hours, days, and years you waste consuming filler and getting no return on value. Right. Like I go out there, I just got back from a hike. You know what was out there? A handful of people having a good time hiking. In the sun, it was beautiful. I was listening to a podcast. It wasn't about the Womans or the media, or so it wasn't about anything like that. It was wonderful. And look, let's talk about time-based sentience. Your life is your sentient, awake, conscious time on this planet, which is 78 years, a third of which you're sleeping. Do you want it to be filled with anger and rage and all that? I'm not saying be naive either and, be doped up on drugs. It'll probably be better than watching fake news or drama and crisis news all the time. I got to clean up. I got to get going, actually, because I'm going to go have dinner with some people. I'd rather do that. Just stop. I'm not saying that it's not true or that it's a lot of it is fake news. I'm not saying that it's not true. These things aren't happening. But at the end of the day, you got to ask, do I control this? Do I even influence it? I don't. Repeat after me. Sounds like a them problem. And you can find that here, Zero World Problems. You will live a better life if you read that and do what's in the book. What's great is it's pretty cheap. The recommendations in there. All right, that's it. See you guys later, Toodles.